to all my viewers all over the world, or where are the part of the world you are living. So hope everybody are doing well. Here in Cebu, the weather now is good. It's going hot. I mean, it's sunny, and because the low pressure is gone, is already gone. So we are now on the sunny day and going to summer. So this live, I made this live because I was thinking um, a couple of days about sharing to you, so that you will have idea about cenomar here in the Philippines, why government um, government implements that, and why does the cenomar is one of the requirements here in the Philippines if you get married. Okay. If you get married here, hi David Dodge, how are you doing? Before you get married here in the Philippines, cenomar is one of the requirements, either to the woman and to the foreigner. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. And I'm gonna tell you also the reason what was the name of the cenomar before, and why it's now in the Philippine Statistic Authority. I mean, it's in mandatory. Why the Philippine government mandatory to cinemar to the both parties, to the foreigner and to Filipino. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why, and um, what was the name also of the cinemar before. I'm not an expert, ha. I put disclaimer on this live that I'm not an expert or I'm not a lawyer, but I just want to share to you the little knowledge that I know, so that you will have idea why the Philippines implement a cenomar when you get married here in the Philippines, because I know that it's very different in your home country. So that's why I'm gonna share to you my little knowledge about it, and why it's necessary. I mean, why it's very important, or why it's implement in the, if you will get married in the church or other in the civil or church wedding. So yeah. And what are the different also in the church wedding and um, civil wedding? Actually, the different is just only on the church wedding, you need to go to the seminar in the church, and you go also to seminar in the Department of Health before you have your marriage license. You need to go to seminar. But in my case, I didn't go to seminar. It's because it's about connection. Okay, so I'm gonna make a cup of coffee first before I will start. Before I will start, because I just got awake, okay, and since I cannot, I am just the only one who already awake now, because some of the people here is sleeping. So yeah, so I'm gonna talk about it after I'm done making coffee, because in the morning I just only drink coffee. I don't even eat bread on the morning. I don't like it. It's just only coffee. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna make a cup of coffee first, and then we wait a few viewers before I'm gonna start David Dutching rice. No, I don't eat rice often in the morning, David Dodge. I don't eat. I just only coffee, and then I eat rice around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, no rice. I don't eat rice. And I don't eat bread also. I don't eat bread also in the morning. It's just only coffee. That's it. And I don't drink 3-in-1 coffee. I just only drink black coffee because 3-in-1 coffee is not good. It's too sweet, but the people doesn't know about it. So I'm gonna make a cup of coffee first. How are you doing, David Dodge? Or I'm gonna move na lang here. I move it here. Ano dyan? I'm good. Flying out in 3 weeks. Oh, you will come over here in the Philippines? Will you come over here in the Philippines, David? Ah, okay. So where? No, you cannot buy a house. You cannot buy a house, but if you have a Filipina, your fitness good maintain. Yeah. You cannot own a house here in the Philippines, but the house must be under the name of your Filipina, but in the paper or your wife or what else buying it for my fiance. Ah, okay. So it will your fiance, but I'm gonna tell this to you. If you buy a house and lot, if you buy a house and lot to your fiance, and then if ever, even if it's under the name of your fiance, Filipina, and then if ever you discover that your Filipina has another woman, another guy, cheated on you, you can get back the land. You can get back the house. Okay? And just don't forget that. Even if it's not under your name, you can get it back. Even a land, or even if you build the house of your girlfriend, you can have the money back. Because he is a broker, and then sometimes I went to their house in subdivision, not actually friend, it's just only relatives. It's also relatives, and then in front of them, it's a subdivision, and in front of them they have a neighbor, Filipina, and then she has a foreigner boyfriend, and then the foreigner boyfriend both that house and lot in the subdivision for the Filipina, and then the foreigner discovered that the Filipina cheated on him, and now the foreigner took it back, the house and lot in the subdivision, and now it's my relatives who is the real estate agent for to post the property, and it's for sale. So don't forget that, even I'm just gonna tell this to you, even if it's under the name of your Filipina fiance, and then if your Filipina fiance, cheated on you, so you can get the property back, even if it's under her name. Like for example, I'm gonna tell this to you. We both land in North Cebu, right? But for the moment, we don't know yet when we will build a house because the developer is didn't yet working on the land, fencing, putting a road. So I asked to a friend of mine who is a secretary of the lawyer, who the person, the girl who processed the title of my land, the house that I bought. So he said to me, she said to me that the land in North Cebu, it will be under my name, but it will written or indicate in the documents that the name of my husband, that he is my husband, but the land, the title land will be under my name. And I told her also that I want to change the title of the land on this house, even if it's only me who both this. I want to put it to the name of my husband and me. But she said that no, you cannot do that. But you cannot do that because the foreigner cannot own the property. So it will be still under your name. But if ever you will pass away, it will, your foreigner husband will be the inherit of your property, even if it's only your money who bought it, and because he is your husband, so you and your husband will be the inherit of this house. So that's the one thing. She has been very good to me for 5 years. I'm happy for it to be a gift to her. Ah, okay, that's good. Because there are some Filipina, um, even they are 3 years. So you're Filipina. You are lucky because your Filipina is loyal to you. So yeah. So let's start because I have now 11 viewers and I drink this coffee, black coffee, but not so very black because so black and bitter coffee is not good for me because of my uric acid. So let's talk about now our topic, okay? So I'm gonna tell this to you why the cenomar is very important here in the Philippines. Before, long time ago, I think it was around to 1992, 90s, okay? During 90s year, 1990s, 91, 92, or something around that. Until, yeah, 1990, yeah, 90s, I think 90s. Since 90s, you know the name of the cenomar before. There was no cenomar before. The when you get married, what you can ask before is a singleness. That was the cenomar before. There was no cenomar before, it was singleness status. Singleness status is to prove that your Filipino girlfriend is single. But the problem is you can get singleness in any cities you would like to go, or you would like to get married, or if ever you will move to another city, you can get a singleness status in that city. Like for example, I'm from Cebu. Before when it was singleness, I'm from Cebu, and then if I've moved to Manila and then get married, I can get also a singleness there. Because singleness status was the Senomar before, and you can get it in any cities here in the Philippines, everywhere, in local civil register office, in any city that you would like to move. So, since that, it was so very easy to the Filipino woman to get it. Like, for example, oh, I want to get married in Manila, and they are from Cebu. So, they will get a singleness status in Manila City Hall. And they cannot trace if the Filipino woman is married, is already married, or they have a husband, okay? Because the LCR before, or the city hall before, they just only issue. It was not computerized before. Maybe it was computerized before, but not, they don't encode the record of the woman. So um, they will get a singleness status in Manila. So they cannot trace, or they don't let know that the Filipino woman is married with a Filipino guy first time. So they got married a second time. It was happened many times that there are lots of married Filipina who get a second marriage to the foreigner, because they can get a singleness status everywhere in the Philippines, or any city hall. So until the government, after that issue, the government implement singleness transfer, singleness transfer to a cenomar. That's why it's mandatory. It's mandatory all over the Philippines. So they change now into a cenomar. Cenomar is rating there. It's not proof that it's single, the woman is single. Cenomar, it's saying that the woman is no marriage record here in the Philippines. So Cenomar is certificate of no impediment marriage in the Philippines. So that's why, it's because of that so much issue that there are lots of married Filipina got a second married to a foreigner before. That's why the government implement mandatory of that Cenomar, and they they make it into one of the requirements before you get married, so that they will know, or your partner will know, that you have no you have no marriage, or your partner have no marriage record here in the Philippines. That's the reason why. uh, like like for example, the father of my daughter, because he is a foreigner. But before I met him, or before my family introduced relative introduced him to me, he got a fake marriage here in the Philippines. Why it's fake? Because the Filipino woman is married first, is marriage first before she got married to Laura's father. And the problem is, at that time, I think around 2003, 2002 and 2003. At that time, it was a singleness pa. I think, yeah, it was a singleness. No, I think they got married around 1995. I think 1995. So at that time, it was singleness. So the woman is from Cebu, and she got married here in Cebu. But it because it was singleness, so she moved to Manila, and she took a singleness status in Manila, not in Cebu City. Because in Cebu City, if she get a singleness in Cebu City, and where city she lives here in Cebu, it can she cannot have it. She cannot have it because she got married with a Filipina. So she went to Manila, and then she stay in her family there, and then she get a singleness status there. And so in Manila, she has no record, because before there was no, it was not encoded all in the computer. So they got married, and then when they were after they got married, on my daughter's father, after they got married, the daughter of my the father of my daughter went to the embassy. Why his wife, it takes a long time why his wife have visa for to go to Belgium. So He knew about it when he went to the embassy. And then the embassy told him that we cannot get visa to her because she got married two times. She has, and every marriage certificate that we request in the National Statistic Authority, which is the PSA now, the copy that we can have is the first marriage of her with her Filipino husband. So at that time, he was shocked. So after that, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, after that, after he knew, that was the time that my relatives introduced him to me. Sorry, I'm a married woman. Yeah, so um, that's the reason. That's the reason why the government implement that for one of the requirements to prove that the Filipina has no marriage record here in the Philippines, and also the foreigner. It's not only for the Filipino people also. If you will get married to a Filipina, you must get also foreigner also must get a cenomar here in the Philippines to prove that the foreigner has no record marriage here in the Philippines. So that's the reason. It's because of some Filipino woman who got married two times. That's why the government asked that as one of the requirements when you get married here in the Philippines, because there are lots of, I mean, some of the Filipina, I didn't generalize, but some of the Filipina who's come foreigner before, they get married two times to a foreigner, even they are married. Excuse me. So that's why they implement that here in the Philippines. Yeah, that's the Philippines did before. They did Dutch. That's what the Philippine before. You can get your singleness status in the city hall. In the city hall. But now the Philippines there is an office now in the Philippines where you can get your cenomar, which was the singleness status before. So you can you can get it either in the city hall, in the local civil register office, but it takes a long time. But here in Cebu or any city here in the Philippines has a PSA office. Okay, PSA office, and if you get it your Senomar in the city hall, it's a little bit expensive. Okay, it's a little bit expensive. But it's different price than you go to the PSA office. For the foreigner has to get in our home country. Yeah, but here is different. When you will get married here and when you will get married here in the Philippines, you and your fiance, you will get a Senomar. Me, when I got married on my first husband and my second husband, I get a Senomar for him under his name for here in the Philippines. Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason. Because before it was a very I don't know. There were some Filipino women, even if they are married, but they just take marriage to a Filipina. Yeah, but even if you get it in UK, David, even if you have it in UK and you come over here in the Philippines, you will need to get another cenomar which is issued on the Philippines office. Yeah, it's different in your country. Even if you don't need to bring, you don't need to bring your, maybe you need to bring that. Okay, you need to bring that one. You need to bring that. But for the foreigner requirements, when you get married here in the Philippines, it's just only birth certificate, your residency, and then because my second husband, I don't remember if he gave Cenomar from UK, but I don't remember. Okay, but I think no, he don't. He's just only it's just only I get only Cenomar here in the Philippines for my husband, my second husband. Yeah. Do you need to bring it? Otherwise, you cannot get married there. New rules. I don't know. Maybe it's a new rules. Maybe. Maybe because when I get married a second time, my uncle only asked the death certificate of my first husband, the birth certificate of my second husband, residency, and then Senomar, the Philippine Senomar of my second husband, and me my Senomar, and it's written there that I have marriage record here in the Philippines because I got married here in the Philippines the first time. So my Senomar was indicate there that I have first marriage. So I was married, but there is a death certificate of my deceased husband, and then my birth certificate. That's it, and that's it. And if you are living together with your Filipina girlfriend for if you are living together with your Filipina girlfriend for 5 years, you can get married without any marriage license. There is a new law now here in the Philippines. That's what my uncle did for me and to my husband, so that we don't need to go to the embassy for to ask the um, for to ask the legal capacity of my husband, my second husband. He just only get legal capacity from his city hall in UK in Sheffield. Okay. In the past you could just assign a declaration, but no more. But I don't know. Maybe. But when I got married last year, it was my uncle who works everything. We don't need to go to seminar, and then we got married without marriage license. No, we don't. We didn't have marriage license, David. We didn't have marriage license, and what my uncle did is talk to his lawyer friend to make a documents that me and my second husband live together for 3 years, because my uncle said to me, Sharon, if you are living together, we put we put that you live together in for 3 years so that you will get married without marriage license. Can I borrow your uncle? Yeah, that's why. And then when we were, because the head of the LCR now is a friend of my uncle, and my uncle was the head of the local civil register office in Lapu-Lapu City. He was the boss before. So when he was the boss before on that office in the city hall here in Lapu-Lapu, it's him who signed for to release the marriage license, to sign on the birth certificate. So yeah, so he knew the laws. Okay, he knew the laws of getting married here in the Philippines. And now the new boss is his friends. So when we went there, his friend told that, oh, I need to go to the embassy, to the Belgian embassy to legalize the death certificate of my husband, and but we don't want hassle. So I told to my second husband, if we didn't have any choice, we will go to Manila for to legalize, okay, uh, to legalize of that. So after that, because my uncle was with us when we went to to the civil register office to meet his friends there. So when we went out, my uncle told to me, "Don't worry, I don't want you to go to Manila. So just let me handle this." So he called his friend who is a lawyer, and then they took it, and then we just only give him the requirements, and then we have my uncle said, when would you like to get married? I said January 4, 2025. 2025. Yeah, 2025. So he said, okay, we will go there and the pastor will be there. And then after that, when we will go to City Hall after our wedding, when I get our marriage certificate, the head of the LCR in Lapu-Lapu said, "Oh, you get married without license." I said, "Yes," but she knew already who did it because she saw me there together with my uncle. But our marriage is legal, huh? I can have we already have a coffee now. We already have a copy now on our marriage, my second marriage in the Philippine Statistic Authority. I already have a copy, but now I made a correction because um, there is a little mistake on the spelling. On the spelling, there is a little mistake, but the first correction is already done. Okay, it's the correction is done, but the DFA don't accept. They said that, oh, it must saying there that the middle name of your husband is delete because he has no middle name. I said okay, but I know someone who worked in the LCR, so it was not very difficult on me. I just only give the requirements, and then that's it. I'm waiting now of the second correction. Yeah, it should be okay. I know the mayor. Yeah, maybe the mayor can fix it. Yeah, but if you are living together with your fiance, you can get marriage without marriage license. There is a new law now here in the Philippines. And if you would like to get married to the church, I just want to tell to you that check first, ask to your fiance to go to their church and ask their confirmation certificate. Okay, confirmation certificate is one of the important if you would like to get married in the church, because the church will gonna ask that to you. Okay, the church will gonna ask that to you. If ever your fiance will not have a confirmation certificate, just go to the biggest church here in Cebu City in how you call it? Cathedral Church in Cebu City. Yeah, Cathedral Church in Cebu City to have a confirmation there. Confirmation is just like a second baptism. Okay. Second baptism, or it's just like um it's just like communion. No, communion is different. I think communion is different. So confirmation is just like a second baptism. Okay. Second baptism. So if your fiance or if your Filipino girlfriend don't have confirmation certificate from the church, she needs to she needs to have a confirmation, and it will be only in Cathedral Church in Cebu City. Because when my cousin got married, him and his wife They don't have confirmation certificate. So we went to the cathedral church and asked there when was the schedule of the confirmation. So there were a lot there. There were 10 or 15 people who got a confirmation. And then you need also to bring someone like your friends to be your sponsor. So like that. Because you cannot get married in the church without the confirmation certificate. It's one of the requirement also. The baptism, the certificate of baptism and certificate of confirmation. So that's the two requirements when you get married to the church. But your marriage certificate will be applied in the city hall. Yeah. But married in the church is much more big work or big procedure. It takes a long time. Rather to either than to get married in civil marriage. Me, I get married in the pastor. Pastor is just like, on the other religion, but they are allowed now to get married. Or if you like David Dodge, you can get married on the mayor. Mayor, it's the one who get you married. I mean, do the ceremony. Yeah. Humpback. What humpback? No, I'm a married woman. Hello from Italy. Hello. How are you doing? I know my fiancé want a church wedding and a big party. Yeah, you can also make a big party for of the civil wedding. Yeah, you can make also a big party on civil wedding. Like mine. I got married in the, I had a beach wedding in Mactan, Newtown, and then our party also our reception was held also in Mactan, Newtown Pavilion Glass Room. It's also in Mactan, Newtown Resort, and it was nice. And the city mayor daughter also here in Lapu-Lapu got married in Mactan Newtown. But I think it was pressed. I think it was pressed or judge. I don't really remember. Yeah. So yeah, but much more earlier if you tell to your fiance to check if she has a confirmation certificate of confirmation, so you will know in advance. Then you work it when you will work it when you will process your documents when you will get married. Better to better to know it in advance so that you will know also if there is a wrong spelling, if all her family name is matched in each documents. Because if ever it will not match the spelling of her certificate of baptism and her birth certificate, it will be lots of work. Better you work it in advance. Yeah, better you work it in advance to know the documents if it's the same spelling, the spelling of the family name of her mom. Because here in the Philippines there are clerical error of the spelling. Yeah, clerical error of the spelling, like the spelling of the name, the gender, the family name of the father. So, tell to your fiance, David, to check it in advance before it will be late, because it's a really big work if you work it at the same time on your wedding processing. Okay. I'm in the province in a few weeks organizing a big meal for the village, and I've asked all kids to give her flowers at the end of the meal. Then I will surprise her with proposal. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very romantic. Okay. Where are you in UK, David? Because my husband is from Sheffield. Hi, Sis Lynn. Good morning. David, my husband is from Sheffield. Yes. Are you working, Sis Lynn, or done? I'm near London. Sheffield is Yorkshire. Yes, yes, she is. He is living in Sheffield, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. But he will be back on UK. His flight will be on April 2, but not so really sure because of the war. Because Emirates Airlines canceled their flights. And my husband is Cebu to Clark, Clark to Dubai, and then Dubai to Manchester. Yeah. So it's not really sure, but Yorkshire is called God's country. Why it's God's country? It's very nice, no? It's very nice because when my husband showed me the farm of his cousin, it's very huge. It's very nice. It's very nature. Yeah, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful because my husband has a cousin, and then it's a very big. His cousin has a very big farm, and especially when he was in UK before he flies here. He went to the house of his uncle. The land of his uncle was it's very big, huh? And then his uncle has no family, no children, no wife. It's just single, old single guy, and it's a single guy, and his uncle now is 70 years old, 72 or something around that. And then the land, the garden of the garden of his uncle house is very huge, and also the house. And his uncle has no family. Yeah, it's very expensive. The farm of his cousin. The farm of his cousin in Yorkshire is very huge. You know that you can practice their driving. You can practice their driving. He showed me a picture. He showed me a video before. The daughter of my husband practiced driving the car in the land of his cousin farm. It's very, very huge, and millions of pounds probably. Yeah, I think so. And but my husband told me that if ever his uncle will gonna sold the house of his uncle, if ever his uncle want to sold the house and the land, he said to me that maybe it will cost 300 to 350,000 pound. Mm, yeah. And his uncle never, he said to me, my husband told me that his uncle never go to travel. It's just only save money most of the time when he was younger. Save money, save money. Mm. My husband told me that um, his uncle, if ever his uncle want to sold his house, it will cost around 350, and not include the savings that he has. Yeah, my husband, when he sold his house, it was 250,000 pounds. Yeah, yeah. And um, I think the farm of his cousin was around more than 1,000 square meters or 1 hectare. I think so, because it's very huge. The green grass is not include on the area where there is a house of his cousin. So it's very different. Is sold for 500,000. Yeah, that's why. And now the property now in UK is much more expensive, right? Mm. And then his uncle also, the husband of my the uncle of my husband, is he likes to invest in he talked to me about premium bond. Okay, he talked to me about premium bond or something. And the daughter of my husband also both now a property. It's also a big property. Yeah. It's a very huge land where there is already a house. And I think it's just around 500 square meter, or yeah, 500 square meter or 800 square meter, because the garden of the property of his daughter is very huge. So if I were you, David, excuse me, you can tell to your fiance, Filipina fiance, to have a look now all her documents if it's the same spelling, from her birth certificate to her um, wedding, yeah, on the spelling of her mom, family name and first name, and her certificate of baptism. So make it sure for that, so that it will less hassle when you will get married. Better to do it in advance. I'm pretty sure she and her sister have it all worked. Yeah, that's good. Mhm. Your fiance is from what city? From Cebu, or in the province in Luzon? Excuse me. Not too far from you. Where is she from? Um, Cebu City or here in Lapu-Lapu? Ah, Bacolod. Okay. I know someone who she's also a vlogger. She's from Bacolod, but I don't know. I forgot what area in Bacolod she lives. She has also a Australian fiance. Actually, the Australian guy is the nephew. I know I know a Filipina from another island here in Lapu-Lapu, and then her husband has a nephew, and then her nephew came over here, and then because my sister-in-law was working there in the house of the Filipina woman, and then the nephew, the Australian nephew, the Australian guy is live there. So and then my sister-in-law talk about them that, oh, my sister-in-law is a vlogger, so they came over here to meet me, and yeah, she is also from Bacolod, but I don't know where. And yeah, their name of their channel is Rhea and Roy. Yeah, Rhea and Roy vlog. Yeah, they are nice. They're okay. They are nice people. Yeah, and a friend of mine, Charles, he is living in Talisay, Barangay Talisay or Talisay City in Bacolod. Yeah, in the one of the subdivision there. I forgot. I forgot the name of the subdivision. But now here, David, is like some of the trip is canceled and the price of the transportation is getting higher. Off to Sipalay for a few days, taking care of her family. Ah, okay, Sipalay. Um, the fare of the transportation now here in the Philippines is increased because of the short supply of the gas and the diesel. It's very expensive now, the price here. So Ocean Jet is cancel some of their trip, and also the VSL also, and the buses also, the jeepney, so they increase price. Because the price in some gasoline station, the price of the diesel is 90 pesos. Some of them is 85 pesos, and then the gasoline is 70, 80. So it's increase. So fortunately, we both gas gas on our car before the price increase. So I'm hoping you don't run out of aircraft fuel. I don't think so, but some of airlines canceled their flights because of that. Because of that crisis, crisis for the fuel. So Cebu Pacific is canceled their flights, some of their flights. And I know the reason why they cancel. I know the reason why they are doing that, because they want to increase the price of the ticket. I know. That's their play. That's the game that they play. The long haul will probably be okay. Yeah, but they said that it will last until next month. Yeah, because my husband is planning to go to Bantayan Island, and then I told to my husband we will see first. Because I think the price in the bus is increased, and also the fare of the diesel going to Bantayan Island. Yeah, it's expensive for local, but it's not expensive for the foreigner. I know. Of course, I'm still married. Look. You thought about that a long time ago. Yeah, nice ring. No, it's not nice. Mm. This is the engagement ring, and this is our my wedding ring. Our story of my second husband is too very fast. Okay. Yeah, but I don't regret. Okay, I don't regret to marry him because yeah. Um Yeah, not expensive, David. It's not expensive, but this one is pair. We bought this in the shop here. It's the pair is 50, yeah, 50,000 per pair. But this one, he given this to me on our first meet. But I told him during our first meeting that I was not ready. But he said, okay, you can choose. You can I just want to give you a ring so that if you are ready, if you are ready, just wear it. But when we were in Thailand, when we were in Thailand, he just wanted me to buy a big one, which is diamond, real diamond. But I told him no. This one is enough. So I am contented on this one. So he said, okay, up to you. The meaning is the important thing. Yes. Yes. And then I told him, no, I don't need it because he really wanted, because on the we went on the jewelry shop in Thailand. Another shop because he both me when we were in April, when we were there in April last year. He both me a necklace, a gemstone. The worth of that is around 73,000 baht. Okay. Yeah, but me, if I know the price, David, if I know the price, I'm gonna look it back. No, I'm gonna keep distance. I just say no. We find another one. If I know the price is expensive, that's why sometimes my husband don't show me the price. Okay, because I know you don't care of the price. Okay, I know. But when we were there last April last year, he bought me a necklace, and I didn't know that here in the Philippines they don't matter of the stones or the diamonds. The appraisal here in the Philippines, the diamond is very low. So, but my husband told to me that if it's in UK, UK is based on the stone, not on the gold. But here in the Philippines, they just base on the gold, not on the stone. So he bought me a James haba ko uh, kana he bought me a Jamestown necklace, different Jamestown necklace. And then Jamestown different, okay. It's half million pesos. Yeah, I know that you don't care of the price. Okay, I know that you don't care of the price. And then My husband told to me, because when I know it, when I know the price of the chainstone necklace, I said no. We need to find a cheap one or affordable one. But he said no, 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 no. Just if you like it, just take it. So I said okay, okay. So we paid around 130,000 pesos because it's 74,000 baht. Okay, so yes, but for me, no. Even my daughter, when we will go out sometimes, even my daughter, when we will go out, if she will see the price, she said, no, 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 we're gonna move backward. But my husband said, it's okay, it's fine. When we were in SM last time, my daughter likes short pants from like that. I mean the fabric, but she saw it in Poma, and then the price is around 5,000. My daughter, my daughter told to us, "No, let's go, Mama, because it's very expensive. We will buy that in the market, which is 350 pesos." Yeah, but my husband often told, let's go, get it if you want, if you like it, get it. So, I didn't know me and my daughter was walk away because of the price. Yeah. I know that you don't care of the price. I know I know British guy that you don't care of the price. Some of the foreigner don't care of the price, but we care of the price. That's why when we went there last year, when we went back to UK, no, to Thailand last year, September, during my boobs job, when we went to the jewelry shop, he wanted to buy the pair bracelet of my of my of my necklace, gemstone necklace. But I said no, 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 no. So that's why when we came back here, he just both me this one. It's a white gold one. Okay. And yeah, and then he brought me again in the jewelry shop here, close to, I mean, inside the mall, close to the house, but I don't want, because I said no, 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 no. But he said, yeah, just choose, what would you like. I said no, it's enough, because I have enough. Yeah, this one we both this last year, as um this one is seems like, how you call that, Christmas gift, this one. uh, but the necklace that he bought me in Thailand last April, would you like to see it, David? But here in the Philippines, they don't use the stone, the base of gold. But in UK, you base on the stone, right? Not on the gold. Your sister, your cleavage is so pretty. I don't have cleavage. Well, cleavage it's not cleavage. It's clothes. Look, where is my cleavage? Yeah, it's the stone. Yes. Here in the Philippines, no, they don't base on the stone. They just base on the gold. I'm gonna show you. But after I bought that, when we bought that in Thailand, they just given me a certificate for if ever the customs will gonna stop me because of the big amount of jewelry that I carry. I can show, okay, and so that I can claim also my tax refund in the airport in Thailand before last April. But my husband said, no, 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 just let the 2,000 or 3,000 baht, don't get it, so that we will have no problem. But a friend of mine, one of the sponsor of our wedding, is working in the airport. I have also a friend working in the airport in the X-ray machine in the airport. Before when I travel, I ask them question, and then my godmother told me that, oh, if you buy some expensive to another country, use it. Okay, don't put it in your luggage. Just use it. Even jewelry, just wear it. So that's what my that's what I did. Okay, I'm gonna show you Dodge. Ano, Dodge David. Okay. Siguro, my word, may classified. And his uncle as your family. Kung dala inbound ko. Tay! O, dala. Dala ha sa hagdanan. Whole plane. Here I. David, here. The necklace is here. Look. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna put it like this. Mm. There is ruby, sapphire, how you call that? Other all, yeah, ruby and gold. Yeah, ruby and gold, sapphire, ruby, all the gemstone, all the birthstone is here. All is a gemstone. All of this is a gemstone. Yeah. And if I'm gonna wear is it becomes like this. And it's very nice. You know, me, I really like this. Look. Uh, it's very nice. It's very attractive to people. But I prefer to wear this because I keep this in the closet. Don't give your address. No, I will not give my address, okay? Yeah, but here in the Philippines, they don't base on the stone like this. They don't base on the stone. They just base on the gold coated with the stone. But I know in UK, gemstone is very expensive, right? So yeah, all the birthstone is in here, and it's a real stone, huh? It's a real stone. It's a real gemstone. Mm. Yeah, that's why when we went to Manila, you know, when we went to Manila, I wear this when my husband voluntarily get his ACR. So we went to Manila, and then we were stay in BGC. Okay, I mean I cannot see it. We were stay in BGC, special occasion maybe. Yeah, but sometimes I wear this in every day here. So when we were in Manila, we were in the Migo World Mall in BGC. And then you know that there were a gay there selling something. You know that he was shouting on me. He said, I like your necklace. Your necklace is so very nice. I said, thank you. Yeah, this is my husband wanted to buy a pair bracelet of this last September, but last September when we went back to Thailand. But since the Philippines don't, how you call that, don't give value to the stone, so I told to myself no. And I don't like to wear a bracelet because I learned a lesson. I lost my gold necklace, my gold bracelet during my Iloilo trip. Yeah, the first time I went to Iloilo, I lost my gold bracelet that I bought that 4 years ago, and then the price is 63,000 pesos. Okay, the price of that bracelet is 63, something around that. So 63,000 pesos, and 63,000 pesos, and then um 63, and then I lost the pendant on that, and then the lock is broken, so I bought a new pendant and a new lock. And then the pendant was 7,000 pesos, and then the lock is 4,000 pesos. So maybe I count that it was equivalent 65,000 or 67,000, but I lost it. It's just only one click, and I don't know where I lost it, because I called to a friend of mine in the airport if there is lost and found gold bracelet, but she sent me a picture that this is the lost and found here in the airport. It's just a fashion bracelet. So I said, yeah, but I was doubt that I dropped it inside the airplane, because I saw one of the flight attendant took something on the line where my chair located. So at the end of my chair line, I saw flight attendant took something on the ground, but I didn't think about it. I thought that my bracelet is on my arms, but when I arrived in Iloilo, it wasn't not there. So I was crying, and my fiance, which is who is my husband, told me it's just bracelet. You can replace it. Don't be stressed. I will buy you a new one. So that's why he bought me a new bracelet, and he brought it here. He bought me a new one, and he brought it when he came over here. But I didn't wear it because I have trauma. Okay, I have trauma on that. So yeah, it was expensive. Oy. My name is Ben. Hi Ben, thank you for subscribe to my channel. It's expensive buying real jewelry. Yes, it's very expensive. This one, um, yes, not worth your tears. Yes, because I was crying, I was screaming, I don't know what to do. It was not a small amount, David. It's a big amount, and I bought that 3 years ago. And so he said, don't worry, I will buy a new one for you. So he bought a new one, but I don't want to wear it. That's why my husband told me, you will buy jewelry, but you just only keep it. Okay, he said, no, it's because you buy jewelry, it's a kind of investment. Okay, but last month he just wanted me to bring in the jewelry shop to buy, if to for me to have a look if there is design that I like, but I said no. But he both earrings for my daughter, but my daughter choose not the expensive one because we know the price. Yeah, and here I put it in the plastic. Yeah, when we were in Thailand, he was supposed to buy me a diamond, but I said no, because diamond is not a big high appraisal. Here it's low. So, uy, hello. Popular.
That's so fresh, bibig.
Hello, so fresh. Nice lagi mong morning run ay. Magkuanta ka, magka ng facial wash ba? Facial wash cream ba? Kanang pang foam ba? Foam.
Filter na. Kojic, like that.
Yeah, but the diamond here is low appraisal.
Diamond is like forever.
Huh? Diamonds, yeah. Diamond is forever.
Diamonds are forever, forever. Diamonds are
David,
forever.
diamonds is forever. Yeah. Di ba, magkuan ka ba, imong ihilampos ba, dili ra katong sabon nga, kuan ba kay mag-dry man ang imong face. Magkuan ka, mag-foam, facial foam wash.
Kung tayo foam din.
Naaman ko diha, oh, Garnier, palitan niya, tika.
Garnier, buta na kang kuwan?
Laura?
Laura?
Aw, kang Laura din ay magigamit. Oh.
Walang result. Pili maka.
Oh, murag ka to nang gipalit niya sa Watson.
Ini?
Oh, kana, inaana.
Zero mo ni?
Halabo mo, serum, di ka na pang facial wash, oy.
Zero cleanser.
Oh, serum cleanser. Lovely to talk with you. I better get some sleep. Okay, thank you for dropping by. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
And hopefully to meet you soon. Together with my husband so that you can talk. And I hear, it's nice to hear British accent talking together. Like Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Night. Okay, God bless. Good night. Good night. That's why I told to my husband, could you teach me the British accent? Like, if you talk, do you have water? Water? Do you have water? Yeah. Do you know Harry Potter? Your accent is very nice, okay?
There's no R.
We have so many accents. Yes, I know. Because, are you okay? Are you okay?
Asa popular niya?
Narito ay sa kuan. Yeah. Because sometimes my husband just give me, could you bring water? Water? I said, what? Water. Water. Oh, yeah. Water. It's a water. Yes, maybe. I think so. Because he is from Yorkshire. And I think it's very different accent.
Sometimes we can't understand.
Yeah. But sometimes we can understand because he is very fluent to speak English. We cannot, slang or like water.
We always see what? What?
Yeah, he will understand. You still understand each other. Yeah, of course. We understand each other because, especially Laura, especially my daughter, Laura, if my husband talked to a cousin, my gay cousin doesn't understand it. But that's why he said to Laura, could you understand what he said? And Laura can understand a little bit because she is always watching the Peppa Pig. And Peppa Pig is a British, right? So, Peppa Pig cartoons is a British. That's why Laura can understand. Yeah, you can still understand each other. Even my husband is communicating or talking with a foreigner from United States. They can understand also. Yeah, Peppa Pig. My daughter is 18 years old, but he still like watching Peppa Pig, Dora the Explorer, or butang good ni water. Okay, para sa kuan ka ng air humidifier sa kwarto. Wala talaga.
Ano to di mo? Nagtubog. Iyahan ng tubig na makuha siya.
Nasa chay tubig iyaha niya.
Hindi,
Kaniman among
magkuhan siya,
kisudlan
ganun.
sa. Magkuha siya diha. Dili uy na siya water diri sa
Hindi, ano,
fridge.
Ako na biya ko.
Okay, take care, David, and hopefully to meet you soon. Because I want my husband also to explore or visit Bacolod later on, and also Iloilo, so that he can have he can experience and see the other different city here in the Philippines. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Bukan sinabi ko. Peppa Pig.